glad you decided to stop by. I'm Penny, and this is my twin sister Bonnie. We are the Donut Ladies. For 12 years we owned the Twin Stop Donut Shop and worked very hard to make a lot of people happy. That's why we're still the Donut Ladies. It's a great feeling to be loved, so we thought we'd introduce you to some of those great donuts we used to make. Does it sound like a plan?
Great! We'd like to get you started on a basic sweet dough. We'll have the ingredients listed below, and guess what? It's not just for donuts either. But we'll get to that in another video, so put your hair up, your apron on, wash those hands, and let's get messing in the kitchen.
Okay, so we're ready to get started on our sweet dough. Okay, so you need a large mixing bowl, okay? So in here is 1 cup of sugar, okay? In the bowl we go. 2 packages of yeast. We'll leave the baking powder for later, and we have salt. That's 1½ teaspoons of salt. And then what we need is a 1 3/4 cup of flour. So I'm just guesstimating here. You'll find out what guesstimating is when you work in the kitchen. We had a chef tell us that no, there's no guesstimating. Okay. That's about 1 1/2. We'll do a little bit more, 1 3/4. All right. Okay, we'll leave that in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix that up a little bit, because once I add the hot liquid, I want to make sure I have a good mixture. And I love these bowls. They're so handy. Okay. All right, I think we've got a good mixture. When you can feel, you know, your yeast and your sugar and salt and stuff kind of down on the bottom, kind of move that up just a little bit, get it mixed in with your flour, and you are ready to go. Okay, now we have our bowl of mixed ingredients. Now we need to get going on our butter and milk and water mixture. We are adding a stick of butter. And I'm cutting it up only because when you put a whole stick in there, it kind of offshoots your temperature when you're trying to get it going right. So I separate it. So it's a good idea to do that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my 1/2 cup water and my cup of milk. Okay. And then what I have to do is I have a meat thermometer, just in case you don't have a digital thermometer. I went ahead and used my meat thermometer just in case. So we are going to turn this, just want it on a little bit low, kind of a 3 if you have an electric. And kind of just stick this in here, move it around just a little bit. Now you're going to raise the temperature to 120 to 130. When you're watching your temperature and stuff, you just want to make sure that you don't go exactly up to 130, because your pan is going to continue to heat a little bit after you've taken it off the stove. So make sure that you don't leave it all the way up to 130. Okay? That's just a little tip there. And you'll take it off so that it doesn't kill the yeast when you put it into your bowl over there. 130 degrees Fahrenheit is what you want it to come to.
Are they donuts yet?
Hang on there, hang on. We're coming, we're coming. See, if you can see on your thermometer, on your meat thermometer, we are just about there. And just about to add it to our ingredients. Just want to make it a little bit warmer. Just a little bit. Want to make sure our donuts rise, don't we? And you'll notice as you're melting your butter pats and stuff that are in there, they may not all have dissolved, but I think we are about there. Okay, now we're ready to add our liquid to our yeast mixture. Yum. Okay. All right. I'm gonna put this on about a 4 and get it going. Just kind of mix it up real good. Ooh, yum. It kind of splatters a little bit. Don't worry about that. Okay, we'll want to do it for about 2 minutes. The next thing that you're going to have ready is your eggs and about another ½ cup of flour. And also, right now, I am going to go ahead and put in 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Go ahead and add that to it. That'll help with that rise. Switching hands there. Alright, now I'm going to stop this for just a second and see how kind of bubbly and everything that it is. Now I'm going to have to add my eggs. Now in this particular instance, as you see, I have 3 eggs. Okay, 3. These are slightly smaller than what I use. I use jumbo eggs in my kitchen. We always have. These are large, so I went ahead and did 3. And with the eggs, I'm going to add about another ½ cup of flour. All right, get that going. Oh yeah. And we're going to have to do this for about 2 more minutes. We are just about there. 1 more minute to go. The first time you mixed, it was 2 minutes, and this is an additional 2 minutes mixing. And then we get to mix by hand. Yay! All right. Okay. I'm going to move this out of the way. Alright, now what we need to do is we're going to be making a soft dough. And we need to go ahead and start adding some more flour here. Start mixing here. Getting all those good donut dough going here. I like to mix as I go. Makes it a little bit easier so you're not flying all over the place with flour. Yep. Looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Alright, that's just about mixed in. Now we're looking for a kind of a sticky dough. So you want to add, I'm not going to do it by cup, but I'm just going to kind of eyeballing it here. Okay. All right. And now, since we're still kind of liquidy, I'm going to add just a little bit of vanilla. And when we're doing our recipes and stuff, you'll see when I'm doing the recipes and stuff, I don't measure out the liquid, but I'm putting in probably about 1.5 teaspoons, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And that'll help you there. Good for flavoring. Get that stuff mixed up in here. Doing good. Okay. We have a sticky dough, that's for sure. That's what we want. All right. Oh yeah, looking good, looking good. Okay. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit more. Here we go. Oh yeah, it's coming, it's coming. Alright. Scraping as I go. Change hands here. All right. We've got us a sticky dough. All right. Okay. So we're going to get our bowl scraper. Get it out to help us. And we'll get rid of this out of the way. Get us some flour. Okay. This is still part of your original recipe of flour. And what we might have to do is to add a little bit more. But we'll see as we go, okay? Alright. Scrape that off of here. Scrape that off of there. We're doing good. And don't worry what it looks like. That's not what we're going to have it looking like before it rests. You're still okay. Alright. Okay. Get your hands with some flour and get your hands in there. And what we're going to do is, the recipe calls for between 5 and 8 minutes. Guess which time I take? If you want a good workout, you go right ahead. Okay. And I think about our 5 minutes are about done. So now that you have your dough, you need to get you an oiled bowl. Okay, I oiled it. And we're going to put our dough right in there. And then we're going to slosh it around with a little bit more oil on the top. Just a little bit, not much. Just so you can get a little bit of a cover on it, and just, there you go, spread it around. Yep. And then all you're going to use is a piece of cellophane, and you're going to put it over it, and you're going to let that baby rest for 30 minutes. Okay? We're just going to leave it alone. Thanks so much for watching. Hey, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and leave your comments below. You can also see us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And we will also leave on there our tip for the day and recipes.
Also, don't forget to click that subscribe button before you leave and hit the notification bell so you'll know when we upload a new video.
This is Penny.
This is Bonnie.
Saying we love you and we will see you soon. But above all, have fun in the kitchen, and guess what? Make that apron dance.
Bye.